afternoon, good evening, bienvenidos from wherever it is that you are in the world, whatever time it is. I'm so excited to welcome you back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about favourites. It's the April favourites video. We're going to be talking beauty, TV, books, food, you name it, we've got it in this video. There have been a few stands this month, some firm favourites of mine that I just can't wait to share with you. Now, I will be doing one of these every month at the end of the month, so you can count on these being a monthly regular. I feel like a lot of the time when you want to get something or invest in something but you're not 100% sure, the best way to know is to get a recommendation, especially from someone that you feel like, she's your bestie, I can trust her. Let me be that person for you today, okay? I have so many recommendations for you. Just sit tight, grab whatever it is that you need to watch this video. I have got my Coke Zero Cherry getting me through this today. This is one of my first firm favourites of the month. So good. So my first recommendation is Cherry Coke Zero. She's back. I love her. She's refreshing. It's just something nice other than water, okay? Okay. That was a random one. That has been a favourite of mine this month, but it's a new favourite of mine this month, and she was just there. I completely forgot about her until I decided to take a sip, and I thought, I can't keep it from you guys because we don't do gatekeeping over here, okay? Recommendations only, no gatekeeping, because what fun is that? No fun. Okay, my first foam favourite. No. My first firm favourite of the month. I started using this shampoo at, I think, the beginning of the month, if not the end of last month. It is called Love Smoothing Shampoo, okay? It's by a company called Davines. I have never heard of it before. I wanted a new shampoo and I wanted something that wasn't breaking the bank. I saw this, read good things about it, and I like the ingredients and the fact that it's sulfate free. So my hairdressers always used to say to me, sulfate, and still do actually, sulfate free shampoo. Make sure that when you get a shampoo you check that it hasn't got sulfates in it. Okay, cool. So I made sure that that was the first thing this didn't have. And this one in particular is for coarse or frizzy hair, and I have frizzy hair, okay? I mean, what is she doing? I thought, let me try this. She lathers, okay? She lathers up like you've never seen. I would highly recommend this shampoo. I would say it's mid-level in terms of price range. It's not super spenny, it's not Oribe. I think that's how you pronounce it, Oribe. And it's definitely not a drugstore price range, but it's that kind of mid-level, affordable, good quality, and it really is good quality. And my hair has never felt softer. Honestly, I'm not even lying to you. Super soft, not as frizzy as it usually is. Don't get me wrong, it didn't get rid of the frizz, but it is a lot less frizzier, and I just think it's brilliant. I really would highly recommend this. Next up, in keeping with the hair theme, and technically in the order that you would do your hair as well, we have got these two products. Now, I have seen people use these everywhere. These are the Beauty Works products, but I thought, do you know what, they're just saying it, like there's no hype about it. I was wrong. I can admit when I was wrong, and I was wrong, okay? This is I've got two products here. So I've got the 10-in-1 Miracle Spray, which apparently delivers 10 benefits. Let me tell you which ones worked and which ones didn't for me, because that will probably be helpful for you. Eliminates frizz. Yes, it definitely did do that. Well, I wouldn't say eliminate. Significantly decreased along with this shampoo. So take from that what you will. Restore shine. I would say that there has been shine. So yeah, okay. Nourishes, yes, it's been very soft, I will say that. And this smells incredible, incredible. Replenishes oils, I mean, I think so, I'm not sure about that one. Protects from heat, again, I think so, I have no proof, but seems like it. Detangles, yes, definitely. Conditions, yep, okay. Prevents split ends, I think so. I haven't had many, we're gonna go with it. Enhances natural body. That one I'm not sure about. I mean, it looks great, so yeah, okay. Repairs dry damaged hair. I'm not sure about that. That seems very far-fetched. Maybe not repairs, but it's definitely helped. So all in all, I wouldn't say that the words, the describing words, which I think is a verb, the verbs have been chosen well, because I wouldn't say it eliminated my frizz or it prevented my split ends, but it definitely decreased my frizz and has probably helped decrease the amount of split ends. So yeah, that's great. Anyway, highly recommend it. I'm honest, I want to give you my honest review, and that is my honest review. It's really good, but I wouldn't say it does everything on the bottle. And then second product is the leave-in blow dry formula with keratin, which has a 24-hour frizz control. It actually is really good. I've tried quite a few different sprays of this ilk, and this is probably one of the best ones that I've tried, I'm not gonna lie. These are not overhyped. I can confirm that they actually are good and they do work. As someone who was uncertain about these products, I went in trying them, feeling a bit cynical about them. It has completely changed my mind. So that is my second recommendation of the video. Again, in keeping with the order of hair and staying within the realm of hair, we have got this beautiful product. Now, I saw someone using this on a video, and this is basically for slicking your hair back. I used to use the Eco Gel and I thought it was great when I was using it until I tried this. This is one of these products that you don't realise you need it until you've tried it. So the Eco Gel is very sticky, it goes very hard, it becomes very flaky, and I just wasn't a fan of that. So this is a very soft product in comparison. It is a cream. Let me see if I can blob it out a little bit so you can see. There, look. It looks like that. It's like white, it's white blobby cream. Okay, that sounds really terrible, but it's not gel, it's a cream product. And I literally just brush back my hair, blob this on my hand. I put quite a bit, I blob about this much onto my hand and rub it in, and then just rub it on, and then I brush that through. But it is brilliant. I think I got this from Sephora because I couldn't find it anywhere else. The brand is Fekkai, not sure, but it is the Brilliant Gloss Multitasker Perfecting Cream, and it really is very good. So I use that when I do my slick back hair, and I pair it with this. So this is the Mermade wax stick. It's just a stick of wax, quite frankly. I'm sure it's not just wax, I'm sure there are other things in there, but I literally just apply it onto my hair once I've added that cream in and got it in the position that I want to, and I take my brush and I just brush that through to make sure it doesn't just sit on top of my hair. And it really does keep the little tiny flyaways down, because I don't know about you, but I have baby hairs and they are a pain in my arse, quite literally. No, not literally, that would be very bad. They are a pain basically, so this prevents them from flying away and getting in the way and things like that. I love this. I pair these together when I do a slick back. I would never do a slick back without this or without this. So my two firm favourites for creating a slick back hairstyle. Okay, next up. I actually talked about this sleep mask in my gift guide video back at Christmas time, and I did get it as a present from my dad for Christmas, and it is the best sleep mask I have ever used. I have used a number of sleep masks. I've used, hang on a minute, I've got it. This is the one. This is the one that I had before. It is a, oh, it is actually, I think this needs to go either in the wash or in the bin. It's not in very good condition, I must say. It's the slip mask, and it is, I think it's 100% silk. Yeah, this is 100% silk as well, but I just found that it didn't cover all of the light coming into my eyes, and I like to be in complete darkness when I go to sleep. So if you're in a room, unless you've got those blackout blinds, it's not going to be very likely that you're going to be in complete and utter darkness unless you've got one of these, which tricks your brain into thinking that you're in the dark, right? There is not one bit of light that comes into this mask. It covers a lot of my face, okay? It just does. It's a very large mask, and I love the fact that it's got this area for your nose, and it's a Velcro back, so you can adjust it to whatever size your head is. You know, you could have a pea head or you could have a humongous head, and it doesn't matter because it's Velcro, so it's great. Because the one thing about the slip that bugged me is that this elastic became really, really lax over the time that I wore it, and so it wouldn't stay, and then it kept slipping, and then obviously it let the light in even more. So the Velcro in the Drowsy mask prevents that from happening. So this particular one that I have has this inside, so not all of them do. Some of them, actually this needs a bit of a wash, some of them have just, it's literally plain like this, and then the other ones have this like eye shadow thing. Well, I don't know what you call it, but basically it's got that inside it. The reason I got this is because I get eyelash extensions, and it allows for the eyelash extensions to kind of sit there. However, upon reflection, the gap here is actually not long enough for my eyelash extensions anyway. So I won't lie, it doesn't really work if you've got eyelash extensions. I would just say if you want this, it's more of a comfort thing. I do feel like it's really comfortable, and I do wonder, I haven't tried the one without this kind of padding, but I do wonder if the one without the padding would be less comfortable because it's flush to your eyes, whereas this gives your eyes a little bit more room to breathe, if that makes sense. If you're someone that maybe feels anxious about having this on, or is claustrophobic or anything like that, I would probably say the one with the padding is better. But it's all about comfort, I suppose. I think this one is slightly more expensive, but either way, this is one of the best things that I have ever received as a gift, and I would gift it to anyone and everyone, honestly. Like, I have no shadow of doubt. So this is by Drowsy, this particular one, and this is 100% silk. It's incredible. It's so soft, I can't even tell you. But I do know there are other brands out there that do the same design. I don't know how good they are. I have seen some on Amazon. Again, I don't know how good they are. This one I can personally recommend because I've tried it and it's just amazing. So you are paying for quality on this. It's not a cheap thing. I have such a good night's sleep when I wear this. So if you want a good night's sleep, I would recommend it. In keeping with the beauty theme that we've got going, because this is the last one in terms of beauty, we have got brow pencils. Now, I know this is kind of random, but I bought a new brow pencil from the airport when I went to the Maldives last month, and it is the Hourglass brand of pencil. Now, this is the micro sculpting pencil, so it's a, oh, that's the wrong side. So it is a tiny little opening. It's like a little round pencil, super, super tiny. I actually bought the wrong one. I meant to buy the angled pencil and I bought this by mistake. However, this is really good for getting in those finer details, and if you want to create that arch or get in underneath your brow without having a super thick line, this will help you do that. I have ordered the angled version of this. So previously to the Hourglass brow sculpting pencil, I was using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer, which is the angled, there's nothing left in there, it is the angled brush. So it's much wider and it allows me to draw a little bit better, and the pencil goes a little bit further for me just because it's a larger pencil. This is meant for finer details. So having tried the Hourglass pencil, I do prefer it to the Anastasia one, and I use the shade Warm Brunette from Hourglass because although my hair is black, I feel like I don't want jet black brows, especially because it does make it really, really dark. I feel like it softens my brows a little bit because I don't want super dark defined brows. I like a soft brow. If you mix the angled brush and the sculpting, micro sculpting pencil, you would end up getting the perfect brow. I highly recommend this Hourglass pencil if you want to have the freedom to draw your brows on, and I also really like the spoolie that it comes with because I've tried a few brow pencils in the past and the spoolie is really almost like toy-like. Like it's not even a brush, so I can't actually brush my brows, it just moves them and not even properly, whereas this, it actually has a proper brush on the end. This next item is a little bit random, okay? So you're probably wondering, what is that? Has she got a pillow in her hand? No, I don't have a pillow. It looks like a pillow, I know. It is a laptop sleeve. So I recently purchased a new MacBook and I needed something to make sure that I didn't damage it, because I'm a hazard, okay? I am. And I scoured the internet for a laptop sleeve that I not only looked good but was actually good quality and would keep my MacBook in good condition. So this one, first of all, look how cute it is. She's business in the front, party in the back. Okay, so this side is like a suede material and I just really like it, and this is the best part. It is magnetic. I love that it's magnetic because it makes my life so much easier. No zips to hassle around with. You just pull it open, shove your laptop in, and it has a little pocket here which is where I put the charger. And also the pocket is so big, like quite literally my whole hand and my whole wrist fits into it. And this perfectly fits my entire laptop. So I have linked that in my Amazon storefront for you under the electronics list. I just recommend it if you have a laptop. It's really good. It's just friendly. If I pop into a coffee shop, it just makes it so easy. I can just put it under my arm and carry it, and it opens really easy. It's no muss, no fuss kind of thing. So love this. Linked it in my Amazon storefront, which is in the description below. So if you do want to get that, then you can just click straight onto that. Okay, next up we're moving on to TV. I love recommending TV series because a lot of the time I struggle myself to find a good TV series, and I do go off of recommendations. So I've got a new one and an oldie but a goodie for you. So my oldie but goodie is Vampire Diaries, okay? Now you're probably wondering, that's old news, why are you recommending that to me? I've seen it. Okay, if you've seen it, then you can skip to the next recommendation, but this recommendation is for you if you've not seen it and you're skeptical about it, okay? Because I also too was skeptical about it, but I became honestly addicted to it a little while ago, binged watched the whole thing, and I've forgotten about it, which is my favourite thing when I forget about something, because it's like I can watch it again for the first time. So I am doing exactly that. I'm rewatching it for the first time again, and I forgot how much I loved it and how good it is. Let me tell you the kind of TV shows I like, so you can go, oh, I like those, maybe actually her recommendation is something that I can trust. Gossip Girls, love it. Gilmore Girls, love it. Grey's Anatomy, love it. If you like any of those TV shows, you will more than likely like this too. It's got romance, it's got drama, it's got hot men, it's got all of those things, and it's also an easy watch, and it's very long. If you want something that you can watch for a while, this is it. I got you. The next TV series, the new TV series that I'm recommending, is Ransom Canyon. Now, if you're a book girly, you probably will have heard of this on TikTok, because a lot of the book girlies right now are into the cowboy romances, and this is basically your cowboy romance type of soap. My mum started watching it and she compared it to Dallas. I've not seen Dallas, don't know what it is. Heard of it, rings a bell, but can't relate. So if you liked Dallas, maybe you'll like this. Let me just briefly explain it to you. It is set in, I want to say Texas, but I'm not actually sure if it's Texas. Let's just go with cowboy world. It's set in the cowboy verse, okay? That's what we're going with, cowboy verse, and it is drama. There is a lot of drama, and there's a lot of, oh my god, is this gonna happen? It keeps you guessing. It keeps you guessing, keeps you on your feet. You don't know what's going on. All of a sudden something else is rolling in. You're trying to guess, oh my god, is this gonna happen? Was this person involved? And it's like, in the next episode, it reveals something new. If you like a bit of drama, suspense, romance suspense as well, then this is for you. It is really good, and if you're a book girly, I feel like you'll romanticise it even more. But it's a very easy watch. It's nice to watch in the evening when you're kind of winding down for bedtime, I think at least. So those are my two TV recs for the month. Swiftly moving on to book recommendations. If you're not a book girly, I beg you, please just try. No, I'm joking. If you're not a book girly, obviously you can fast forward past these recommendations, but I wasn't a book girly until last year, and I absolutely fell in love with books. If you used to read at a young age and you want to get back into it, let me help you. I bought myself a Kindle and it is the best thing I have done. I just realised it's upside down. It is the best thing I have done the entire year. Honestly, when I tell you, I used to despise the idea of a Kindle. I was like, why would I want to trade in my book? I love the feel of a real book in my hands, the smell of a book, being able to turn the page, all of that stuff. But I can't lie, there are a lot of pros to the Kindle that I didn't want to admit to myself before I got it, that now after I've got it I realise it's made my life easier. So when I was travelling, obviously the main thing and the reason why I actually got this is because you can hold so many books in this one thin Kindle. And I have the Kindle Paperwhite, by the way, in case you wanted to know which one I have. I got the pink one. I'll show you what it looks like without the cover. So I got the pink one. I'm reading Crown of Midnight in the Throne of Glass series, which is why that is showing up as the cover, but otherwise it would just be a black screen. So this is what she looks like. You can get black and matcha green, I think, which looks more like a sage green. And then I just got this cover from Amazon, and this, what's it called? Pop socket is from Etsy, from a small business. I will link both the cover and the Kindle for you in my Amazon storefront, which is in the description below. There are so many pros to this Kindle other than just traveling with one thing. At night I can put dark mode on, I don't need the light on, and it saves my eyes so much strain. I can't even tell you, so much strain. Also, I just feel like it's so much easier to hold. When I'm in bed reading an actual book, I'm in bed like this and I'm trying not to like drop it on my face. With this, I literally put my pop socket out, just hold it and read. And if I want to touch the screen without turning the page, I can disable the touch screen and just hold it like this and then just flick through the pages. Honestly, it's brilliant. It's changed my game of reading, and I'm reading a lot quicker as well now, so I highly recommend this. If you're a book girly, please, I know you're probably thinking, oh, I don't want to give up my actual in-person books, but this will make your life so much easier. It doesn't mean you have to buy every book, but I also find that it saves me money, because not every Kindle book, but a lot of Kindle books are cheaper than the actual paperback book. If you're a book girly already and you're hesitating, it will be the best decision you've ever made. And if you're not a book girly but you're unsure, listen to my next book recommendation so I can introduce you to the world of books, and then maybe that can be your next buy. In terms of books, I'm gonna talk about ACOTAR first. You might be thinking, I've heard of it but I don't know what it is. I'll explain it to you. And if you haven't heard of it, then have you been living under a rock? It is a fantasy, it's classed as romantasy actually, not fantasy. So it's in that fantasy and romance genre. It's mixed. It's got best of both worlds, which is why I think I loved it so much. Growing up, I read so many fantasy books about fairies and all sorts of fantasy books basically. But I also grew up watching rom-coms. Now, if you're that kind of girl, then you will love this. I can guarantee that you will love it. In terms of the whole series, I would say it is a fantasy love story. It's the best way for me to describe it without giving away too much. But it's about an ordinary girl who stumbles across the world of magic, and the turn of events that pop up like this are just nuts. Like, it has you on your toes. The first book is very much world building kind of book, and then from the second book all the juice comes out. Okay, actually from the end of the from the very end of the first book, the juice starts flowing and you're like, it's really good. I promise you, if you're my rom-com fantasy girlies, you will like it. Even if you're a rom-com girl, I feel like you'll like it. If you like rom-coms and Harry Potter and you tick both those boxes, you will like this series, I promise. So the first 3 books are very much about the same characters and they read from the same character's POV. The 4th book does as well, but it's like a little Christmas time novella, and then the 5th book is from a different person's POV, which is quite nice actually because it changes it up a little bit and it opened my eyes up as well. So I would highly recommend if you've not read it, and if you're a little bit hesitant towards it but you tick the boxes that I said earlier, then I feel like it's worth giving a go. My next book I only finished last week. Or was it the week before? I read it in a week, which is crazy for me because I've never ever read a book in a week, but it was that good. Like, I would actually say I think it's better than ACOTAR. It had me in a full chokehold. It fits the same genre of romantasy, a lot of magic, a lot of romance, but it's all in one book, whereas ACOTAR obviously spreads out over 5 books. The fact that I think it was in one book made it a lot more fast paced than ACOTAR, which I really enjoyed. But I did a whole review on my TikTok, so I'm not going to review it here, but if you enjoy that kind of thing and you maybe don't want to divulge into 5 books within a series and you want to do just one book, maybe try Quicksilver first. But highly recommend it. If you're a romantasy girl and you've not read it, go read it right now. And if you just want to get into it, I feel like that would be a good book to kind of get you into it as well. Moving on to food. Yeah, I said food. First, we have this chocolate bar. Okay, this is from M&S. It's their own brand. It is dark chocolate with raspberry. I cannot tell you how incredible this is. I saw it and I actually turned my nose up at it when I first saw it. I was like, ugh, what is this? Like, nah, that's not going to be nice. I was wrong. Like, I can tell you when I'm wrong, and in this case I was wrong. Okay, it has freeze-dried pieces of raspberry in there. The only thing I would say is it gets stuck up on in my teeth, which in the evening I'm like, oh. But taste, 10 out of 10. It's a nice sweet treat. Like, I really do like it, and it's not super dark. It's like, it's definitely dark. It's not milk dark, but it's a really good flavour and it's got a really nice sweetness to it. It's not overly sweet, and that raspberry gives it a little bit of a tang. So I feel like that is definitely one of my favourites for this month, for sure. I think I've gone through like 4 bars, like 1 a week. I mentioned this in my last video. This is the Shortbread Tea. If you watch my Get Ready With Me, you will have seen me talk about this. This is that girl. Like, you know, you've got, okay, she's that girl. Like, honestly, I know that you're probably thinking, ugh, shortbread tea. No. First of all, my entire room smells of shortbread when I make this tea, which I love, because who doesn't want their room to smell like shortbread? At the moment, I am trying not to eat too many sweet things because I'm trying to lose fat, gain muscle, all of that jazz. So I'm trying to be a lot healthier, eat a lot less processed foods, and having one of these when I've got a sweet craving really does help me. So a lot of people say to me, yeah, well, why don't you just have shortbread, you know, and dip it in your tea if you want shortbread and tea? No, because I don't want the calories, okay? So that's why. I love it. It's great. If you don't like flavoured tea and you're just a builder's tea kind of gal, then this isn't for you. But if you like a sweet treat and you like shortbread, I feel like you probably will like this. So I hope you do, and if you don't, I'm sorry, but I love her and you're wrong. No, I'm joking. I love her. I hope you love her too. That's all I have to say about her. This is my last recommendation for this video. This is the dried pineapple. Why was I going to say it like that? This is the dried pineapple by Forest Feast. This is from Costco, guys. This is from Costco. It is a big bag. Look, she's a bag, but it is so good. I swear this is what I reach for now. Not all the time, but majority of the time that I want something sweet, I reach for this. And I actually feel like it's really helped me to eat a lot less crap, because it's genuinely really nice. I feel like a lot of dried fruit I've had is 1, super expensive, and 2, not very good. And who wants to buy that combination? Not me. A lot of the time it has added sugar. This doesn't have added sugar. That is a massive bonus for me. That is my last recommendation of the video, and I stand by her. I hope you enjoyed this recommendation video. If there's anything specific that you want recommending next time, like any hair products, any makeup products, anything to do with TV, books, whatever it may be, then let me know in the comments below and I can make sure I include more of those in my next one. And if you enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up because I can make sure that I keep making this kind of content for you guys. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.